because I'm like, remember back, like I feel like before I started my professional journey, I felt like I was like, oh, like can you shoot? I'm a model or I'm a entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Can you shoot me and my brand? We can collab and do free photos, exchange, whatever. Now, dude, like I'm like, dude, like I can't even like I don't even have the time to do that because I'm growing at.
Dude, that's good. That's a good.
I know that's a good
That's
thing.
an amazing problem.
I was telling that Shelby, I was like, dude, like I'm gonna have to like I'm getting to the point where I'm turning down.
Dude, I'm telling you, saying no is so powerful.
It is, and that's what I was telling Shelby. I was like,
dude, sorry, I can't do it.
I'm like,
either meet my rate and then maybe we could talk.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like I'm at that point now.
Dude,
like,
that's so fire.
Crazy.
I love hearing that.
I'm like, dude, like I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I can refer you to somebody else, but I can't do it.
There you go,
like,
man. Share it to the creative homies.
Yeah, dude. Like it's crazy. Like I hope you guys get there. I've always said this since we began this podcast. Like I'm one of you guys.
Yeah.
We're all at different levels. And we're here to uplift people and talk about our journey.
Uplift creators.
Yeah, uplift the creators. That's
that's a dope problem to have when you could say no, man. It's like it's such a powerful tool, and like something bigger is just gonna come in the horizon. Yeah.
But that's gonna. I mean, that wraps up our weekend.
Weekly wrap up.
So let's move on to what's going on in the whole equipment,
the camera
sector.
world.
The camera world.
What's up with the gear, man? I saw some news about
FX6.
Yes, it's pretty much a Sony cinema camera. It kind of has like the same specs as a7S III, but of course it's a cine camera, which means there's fans and stuff like that. It's a bigger body, of course, and it's just not gonna freaking overheat on you ever. Built-in ND filters, which is fire. It does have autofocus, that was impressive.
Built-in ND filters, like you said.
Yeah, built-in ND filters, autofocus. I think it does have. I'm not sure. No, it doesn't have image stabilization. But if you use like an OSS lens, it has stabilization in the lens, but it's not enough. But
Yeah, I got the specs right here of B&H Photo. So the price. What do you think this camera's cut? What do you think this price?
I remember $6 racks.
Yeah, 5998.
Yeah.
Pretty 598, 4K full frame, 10.2. What else? Let's see. 4K 120.
Yeah, A7S got that too.
180 24, which 240, which the A7S III has. 15 stops of dynamic range. S-Log 3. What is that shit called?
It's a good camera, man. I don't really see many people using like the Sony Cine lines. If anything, I do see the C100, the Canon lines when it comes to Cine cameras. But I mean, Adrian has one of those Cine C100,
C10
I believe.
Or C100, yeah.
C100, yeah.
10-bit as always.
Yeah.
It's basically like
it's pretty much
A7S III on steroids.
Yeah.
That's what everybody keeps calling it.
Yeah. It's cool. I mean, definitely not for us.
Yeah.
Definitely not for me. I would never use something like that.
It's insane, dude. Like it's insane how technology is becoming cheaper and cheaper. And
camera gear is getting cheaper I mean, I know 6,000 sounds like a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of things, 6,000 is very cheap for dude. 10 years ago, that would cost you probably $100,000, man.
It's insane. Dude.
Now it went to $6,000, which is, I know it sounds insane saying $6,000 is very affordable, but in the camera world, it is affordable.
Yeah, and
don't quote us like we're not going to get that camera because we don't got the funds like that yet. But even if I did have it, I wouldn't even spend $6,000 on that camera.
I've seen a couple demos of it. It looks insane.
I'm not gonna lie.
The low light is insane.
I think I would get the red Komodo. That one's $6,000
over
as well.
The X.
Yeah, probably.
Really?
Probably, yeah.
Damn.
Because I mean, the red is fire, bro.
Fuck, that's insane, dude.
Yeah.
But anyways, getting back to the FX6, so you know how this is like the baby brother of the FX9, which is like the more expensive FX. Supposedly it matches the FX9, which is kind of weird. What I heard is it's kind of weird that Sony is, you know how Sony is like known to like keep their shit like separate because they want to keep their clientele.
Yeah.
So like they made this one as better as to match their higher end, more expensive camera. Like we said, it has the S Cinetones, S-Log 3, all that.
It's a cool camera. I mean, I would never
Sony
get it.
E lens mount, and it has its built-in 2-channel XLR input.
That's pretty cool. Which
everybody like raves about it.
Yeah. That's kind of a big deal when it comes to the audio. Instead of like syncing it in post, you could just connect it through the camera. Which kind of what I do with my camera. I use the Rode Wireless Go mics, and I connect it straight into the camera, and all the audio just goes into the camera instead of syncing it in post where you use a recorder or whatever. Like if I were to use the H6, I don't have to do that anymore. But
I was going to ask you, what about timecode? Do you know anything about timecode ports? They were like also like raving about that shit.
Zero. I don't know if that's a Cine thing. I don't
know.
I never heard of that.
They were just like talking about all that crap, but definitely a camera that is actually
it's just 2020 is a crazy year for cameras, man.
Yeah,
and they're ending the year strong, man. Like I feel like every 2 months there's a camera drop.
Yeah, it's insane what they're doing with the camera thing. Canon came up with some new shit, but
we talked about it in the previous episodes. A C70, I think that's what it's called. I forget. But
but
speaking of cameras,
the a6000, bro,
discontinued,
bro. Which
I mean, it's
bound to happen.
Yeah, it's an older camera, but that's your first love, man.
That's what got this whole thing started.
You still have it?
I still have it.
I thought you sold it.
No, I let my brother borrow it. I sold my
You just sold the glass.
My Sigma 16 mil 1.4. That's why I bought this one, the 24 1.4, because it's essentially the same shit. Mm-hmm. Just sharper
and full frame.
I let my brother borrow it just because with another manual lens, like a cheapy manual lens, 35 mil, but I still have it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep it.
That was like a.
It was revolutionary because it was a small camera,
such a small, powerful
11
camera.
frames per second.
Yeah,
and dude, it was 24.
I still remember when you first got it, dude. Like, we went out to freaking. We went to. Oh man, I forgot the bar we always go to. We used to go to.
Oh,
Breakwater. Went to Breakwater, yeah. And then you had it like all like.
I was in a vlog with the fucking with the mic and shit. I went all loud, bro. I was like,
you had the Joby and everything.
I had the fucking native Sony or mic.
Yes,
we were testing that shit. The Joby stick.
We didn't even know how to use it.
I know. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then I remember sticking out the window like, yo, let me test this mic or some bullshit, bro.
We did not know how to use that, dude.
Yeah, but we're trying to vlog.
Because of you getting that, that's what made me want to get my own body camera.
A63.
Yeah, that's when I got the 6300 like a couple months later.
And but it was insane because like we were like little cornballs, like let's vlog, bro, let's vlog. Like we don't give a fuck. And then when the action came, I was like, fuck. Like,
yeah, we're all fucking nervous and being pussy. Yeah,
like we're like, nah, man, like this vlog some other time. But it was the A6000, man. If you're a good editor, and if you have my camera, which we both use A7 III with top of the line glass, like, and then if you have a really good editor and compare side by side,
can't even
sometimes
tell.
You wouldn't even tell.
Fam, you cannot tell.
The only time you would tell is low light because
it's a crop.
Yeah, the A7S III, like, goddamn, and low light and the shadows, like forget about it.
I mean, that's the difference between a crop lens and a crop sensor and a full frame sensor.
I forgot about this. So let's talk about the creative gang member who shot my fucking engagement photos this past weekend.
We forgot to talk about that. You had engagement photos. We talked.
Yeah. So I hit him up. I was like, yo, can you like use my equipment? I'm gonna edit the photos because you know me, I'm a photographer
and a picky fuck.
I'm like really picky. So like I'm like, yo, can you I'll set the settings. Just shoot for us. So he came. He was down. We shot. And then he's a Nikon shooter.
Okay.
Nikon?
Man, that's a hell of a go from Nikon to Sony.
Yeah, he has a D something series.
Okay.
D10 series. I don't know, but it's like kind of equivalent to the A7 III.
Okay.
And he was shooting and stuff, and he was like, "Oh, maybe I'll switch this and that." And then like he told me like, "He said, hey, can you send me a couple raws?" I was like, "Yeah, man, I was gonna send you some anyways." I sent some, and he's gonna edit them, and then he's like, "Maybe this will like help me switch over to Sony." And then he was like, "Damn, man, like I think I'm gonna switch over to Sony." I'm like, "Dude,
you gonna convert him?"
Yeah, I was like, "Dude,
he's going to the dark side."
And I was like, "Damn, like bro, like Sony's just crazy." Like he was just impressed with the photo images, quality.
I do know Nikon does shoot pretty great photography. I don't know much about their autofocus, but I mean, you could always go manual, of course.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know much about Nikon, but I do know it's a beast when it comes to photography.
Yeah. So like. He came over and like it was cool like to have somebody part of the creative game to like come and help me out and stuff.
That was fire.
As always, we always like try to uplift creatives. That's our main objective.
So how did the images come out?
They came out dope.
I know you dropped one. You dropped two.
I dropped two of my editing style.
But you showed me the one that's
I went off like kind of like not my style. It was kind of like,
I love that style.
It was me and you have different styles, right? Yeah. But it was something different from my styles, and I liked it too. But I can't post it yet, so
because that's gonna be an actual save the date invitations.
So just wait. Like
that image was fire. Yeah, the color was fire. I mean, it was just good.
So many like pictures I haven't even touched. But I have like client work, and I'm kind of putting my clients on top of before.
I mean, someone's got to pay the bills.
Exactly. So, I mean, I just enjoy editing, dude. Like I
really says no one ever says kidding.
That's no, like I do. Me. Like it was funny because like this Sunday, like when we got back from the trip, I was like, dude, like I want to edit. Like I want to like get right to it.
That's dope, man. That means you love it.
Yeah, I love it, and I'm really happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's dope, man.
A6000 RIP. All I have that really matters is just the cage, the small array cage, and my A6000. That's pretty much it. But maybe I can just use that as a vlog camera. I don't know.
Nah, man. You don't.
I don't even know. Like I just, I'm
either give it to your brother or sell it. Yeah. I mean, unless you hold a lot of.
I just want to keep
it sentimental for you. Then just keep it. Then
just keep it like an heirloom. You know, like keep it in the family, and like that's pretty much it. Mm-hmm. But what about your X3? How's it holding?
It's still popping right now. It's shooting you right now as you speak. It still holds strong. It's still a solid B camera until I get the A7S III, which my A7 III will become the B camera. But as of right now, it still holds strong. So I still love it, man.
Let's go.
Gets the job done.